Hello guys, it's me, Alea, and I am going to show you guys how to make chia pudding. I was on Periscope last night and I was showing a chocolate pudding with strawberries, and while some people were like, ew, other people were like, oh my god, how do you make that? And so I do make poke once in a while, but there's Hawaiians who do it much better than me. I do mostly raw. Here, let me turn this around for just a minute, and then I'm going to turn it back. Well, I'm there. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I do mostly raw. I'm about 90% raw, and I do a lot of desserts, and I have. Thank you for inviting someone, and thank you guys for the hearts. I'm almost at 50,000. Thank you. And for those of you who've been with me a while, you know that I bounce around a little bit. I do raw food, I do crystals, I do lifestyle in Hawaii, I do motivation, I do a little bit of everything. But all of that contributes to a healthy life. So anyway, today, and I imagine she will see this later, Sade in Europe asked how I did desserts, because thank you. I love raw food and I love desserts, but I don't want to gain weight from eating. So, sure, come on over. So I make a lot of different desserts or foods that taste like dessert and look like dessert, but they're high nutrition. And I serve them usually for my guests for breakfast. So this is going to take a little bit. I tried to get everything together so that I could do it, you know, like really quick and not keep you guys on here too long. And if you want, while I'm talking, if you want to go and grab a pen and write down what's in this so that you can make it yourself, that'll be cool. This is the first time I'm actually videoing myself making something like this, so I hope the camera angle is okay and that you guys can hear okay. All right, so here we go. I'm going to turn it around now so that you can see what I'm doing and what's in this. Okay, so, all right, so there. Can you guys see? Tell me you can see. Give me hearts, do something so that I'll know you can see. Because I've got this thing upside down weird. So I'm putting 2 bananas. And you shouldn't use really ripe bananas, because if you do it, it's going to be mushy. So 2 bananas, cranberries, dried cranberries. Fresh ones don't work so well because they are too watery. And mandarin oranges. And all of that goes in this bowl. So I'm going to do that now. And while we're talking, if you guys have questions, talk to me, so that I'm not like talking to myself here. But you basically just slice up the banana like that. These are fresh bananas, by the way. They came from the tree behind the house. We have fresh bananas here in Hawaii, which is really cool because a lot of people are paying a couple of dollars a pound for bananas, and we get them just because we are. So you cut up the bananas, you put them in the bowl, and then mandarin oranges, and you want the kind that is light syrup. You don't want the really heavy syrup. And you're going to pour off the syrup into, because you're going to use the syrup to make a sort of like a cream. So you only want the mandarin orange slices whole, but no syrup. And you'll see why. And this is really high protein. And the reason it's really high protein mainly is the mac nuts and the chia seeds, both of which are really high protein. I'm sure you guys have heard of Mila, and you've heard of people talking about using chia seeds for different things. You never want to consume chia seeds that have not been soaked. It's like death to your body almost. It's not that bad, but it is bad because chia absorbs moisture. And so if you eat chia seeds that are not soaked, they're going to suck up all the moisture that's in your stomach, and it's going to cause you to be dehydrated, and that's not what you want. So you have to make sure that chia seeds are soaked. Now you're going to see me put chia seeds in this dish that are not soaked, but the key to this dish is that it stays in the refrigerator overnight before you consume it, or at least for a few hours. Okay, so you have bananas, mandarin orange slices. What's your question? Is this a breakfast meal? Yes, although I have served it for dinner, as a dessert for dinner, but yeah, it's mainly a breakfast meal. And then these are dried cranberries, okay? And what's cool about this is that you just sprinkle all this stuff in there and mix it up and you're done. Thank you for the hearts. Okay. I don't measure anything, which is really bad. So I'm going to try to do some measurements for you guys, but I'm not a measurement kind of girl. This is chia seeds. I use white chia. And the reason I use white chia is because the other chia is like little black dots, and it kind of looks like there's dirt in your food. So I use white chia because I don't want my food to look like it has dirt in it. So what you're going to do with the chia is sprinkle it over your bananas and your cranberry seeds and cranberries and mandarin oranges. See, I had too much chia. So I'm going to say probably a tablespoonful of chia is enough. Okay, and then you set this off to the side. And then the next thing you're going to do, remember the juice from the mandarin oranges? Okay, so we're going to take the juice from the mandarin oranges. We're going to put in candied ginger. So this is not completely raw, but it's high raw. And then you're going to put in mac nuts. You do not want mac nuts that are salted or anything like that. They need to be raw, dehydrated mac nuts. That's it. And you put in a couple of pinches of those. I would say that's probably a quarter cup. A pinch of salt. And I use sea salt because sea salt is high in electrolytes. Plain regular salt is just not that good for you. Our body needs salt, but it needs the electrolytes and the trace minerals that are in the salt as well. And so that's the reason for that. Okay, what did I leave out? Oh, vanilla. I always use powdered vanilla. I don't like the other kind that comes in the jar or the glass things because it has alcohol in it. And I don't like the way they process it. And so this is one of those magic bullet things. I use the magic bullet most often, mainly because it's small. You can make up small batches like this, where if you're using the Vitamix, it's big, and then it's hard to get all your stuff out of it. So cover your ears. I'm sorry, this is live, so there's no way I can edit out the noise of the bullet. But here we go. Sorry about that. And I'm going to use 2 blades. And the reason I'm using 2 blades... Okay, I'll do a recap. I'll do a recap so you know what's in this. It is bananas, mandarin oranges, and cranberries, dried cranberries. And then sprinkled over the top is white chia. And then in this is mandarin orange juice, a spoonful of concentrated orange juice, which I almost forgot. I'm glad you asked me that. because I was about to not put something in that is a crucial ingredient. Concentrated orange juice, mac nuts, ginger, salt, and vanilla. And you don't put very much salt, but you do need a little bit because it kind of brings out the flavor. And I'm putting just a touch of concentrated orange juice in here. Now, if you'll notice, I used these blades first. That's to break up the mac nuts. And if you don't do this, you end up with it being lumpy. And now I'm using the flat blades, and that'll make it smooth. Are you guys still there? You getting all this? Okay, brace your ears, noise. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. I wish you guys could taste this. It's delicious. Okay. One of the things that I do with raw food that not many people do with foods that you're cooking, when you're doing raw food, whatever it tastes like when you get through preparing it is what it's going to taste like. And so you end up with this foamy, creamy thing here. But that's good. You taste it to see what it tastes like. Okay, this is so awesome. But oh, I missed that. I couldn't read it all. It was too big. Or I didn't see it soon enough. Check the replay. Swipe right and invite your friends if you think it's something that they would be interested in learning about. The final step is to take this and pour it over the fruit mixture. And what you'll notice by morning is that all of this liquid that we just put in here will be gone. It will the chia seeds will absorb all of it, and it will be like a pudding. And we serve it in dessert cups like this. Oh, okay, yeah, watch it on the replay. It'll be up for 24 hours. We serve it in a dessert dish like this. And this dish, which is 7 ounces, is enough to fill you up for breakfast, along with a little breakfast cookie or something. This will last you probably until noon if you eat at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, because it's very high protein and it's very nutrient dense. You guys have any questions? So to recap, what's in it? Bananas, mandarin oranges, chia seeds, dried cranberries. And then you add the water from the mandarin oranges. Gosh, my brain's gone wild. The water from the mandarin oranges, orange juice concentrate, ginger, salt, vanilla, and water. That's it. And you put that in the blender, and mac nuts in the blender. It makes a nut milk that you then pour over the mixture that you have in the bowl, and then you just cover the bowl, put it in the refrigerator overnight. As you see, even with talking, it took me probably about, 8 minutes to make that. And then in the morning, you just get up and dip it into these cute little dishes and serve it. Piece of cake. Well, cup of pudding. Thank you for joining me. I'm just about to sign off, but you're welcome to watch the replay. If you have any questions about raw food, I'm here to answer them. This is basically a chia pudding, and when you first put it in there, it looks real soupy like this, but by morning, it will be firm like a pudding, and you serve it in a dessert dish like this. And it is a breakfast dish. It's high nutrition, no sugar, no, it's all simple, it's all, what do they call that? Complex carbs. All complex carbs and high protein, because the chia seeds and the mac nuts are very high protein. And best of all, it tastes really delicious. Okay, I hope that was Thank you for watching, those of you who hung in there. I don't know how many people are on the web. People have been asking me to do cooking stuff for a while, but I couldn't figure out quite how to do it so that you could see what I was doing and still hear me. But I'm hoping this worked. I'll get to see when I look at it again, because I'm going to look at the replay. And you can follow me on Facebook, Healthy Eating, spelled E-A-T-I-N, like it is in the title. I have a lot of recipes on there. I have a lot of recipes on my Facebook page, and I think that's about it. So this is another thing to help. Thank you. You are welcome. This is another thing to help you live a wholesome, healthy lifestyle. I am Alea Leyland. I'm a crystallologist, a lifestyle coach, and it is my pleasure to help you discover how to live your life to the fullest. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys later. Aloha. Follow me on Twitter. Gosh, I can't turn this thing off as usual.